Florida homeowners, it's not a question of if, but when the next hurricane will come. No matter what Florida weather has in store, Storm Smart has products that protect every opening of your home while improving the look, feel, and function. From durable aluminum shutters, high-impact windows and doors, to our innovative storm catcher screens, products that enhance the beauty of your home and keep your family safe. Because Smart is complete hurricane protection, and Smart is peace of mind. Call Storm Smart today for your free in-home consultation.
When your power goes out, remember just how inconvenient your life can be. No lights, no refrigeration, no heating or cooling, no electronics. But with the Generac Home Standby Generator, you'll have power when you need it. Our Generac generators automatically provide backup power after sensing a power outage, so your life goes on uninterrupted. Get a free 10-year warranty with the purchase of any air-cooled generator. Call Generac Generators today. Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
Streaming from the Tampa Bay 28 Weather Center in Studio A, this is Denis Phillips Live. Brought to you by Storm Smart. Protect every opening of your home. And Generac Generators. Life is primitive without power.
How you doing, everybody? It's a Thursday night edition of Denis Phillips Live. Thanks for checking in. We got a lot going on today. So we had a cold front that came through this morning. I know you felt it this afternoon. It was sunny, it was breezy, it was cold. We got a Bucks game that kicks off in about 45 minutes. I'm looking over on the spot right now, and the Bolts are up 3-1 over the Devils with 9 minutes left in the first period. So it is a shootout there. And we got lots and lots of weather to talk about. We've got folks interested in what the weather's going to be like. Is there going to be a white Christmas up north? Is there going to be a warm, wet Christmas across the southeast? Lots and lots to discuss. And in a couple of minutes, we are going to talk to the folks from what I think is one of my favorite events of the year. It's Oysterfest. And I've had a chance to do it a couple of years now, and we're going to get into it coming up. But if you are a fan of oysters, and you know in Forrest Gump, when Forrest Gump talks about shrimp, and he's like, I like boiled shrimp, and I like fried shrimp, and I like sauteed shrimp. Well, it's kind of the same thing with the oysters. They have like every kind of oysters you could ever imagine. Some folks aren't real big on raw oysters. Now, I am. I love them. But I know some folks aren't. So you might not like raw oysters, but you might like garlic and butter melted, or you might like oysters Rockefeller. You might like all the other kinds. Those are going to be around. And again, coming up in a couple of minutes, we're going to talk to the folks from Oysterfest. It's a great fundraiser. It's coming up in January, and you can get your tickets now. And the event usually sells out. So I'm going to be there helping out with the celebrity bartending stuff. I'm going to be helping out over there. We've been talking to a lot of folks. Matter of fact, my buddy MJ, he doesn't know this, but I'm throwing it out here now anyway. So, MJ might be over there, maybe helping out a little bit with some celebrity bartending. I'm just throwing his name out there for him. So, I'll text him after and say, hey, by the way, but we got a lot of fun coming up with that, and we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. So who do we have in here today? As always, we got lots of folks. Stephen Clearwater, how you doing? Newport Richie's in the house with Linda. Eric, good to see you. Joel's Go Bucks, absolutely. Jules, good to see you. It is a double sports night. Still 3-1 right now, looks like, with 8 minutes left first period. We've got Stephen, who's a Packers fan. I don't know where that came from. They're not even playing tonight. Dominique in Newport Richie. We've got Debbie, nice to see you. Denise, Dave, as always. Mary and Lilman, nice to see you. Home Assassins in the house with Karen. Leisha, good to see you. Sandy in Land O'Lakes, Chicago. Carolyn just got back from Chicago, cold and snowy. I'd say it was really, really snowy. We talked about that before it happened. Matter of fact, I guess I can say this. So a young lady that my son has been seeing, a friend of his of late, she went up to Thanksgiving in Chicago, and they got like a foot of snow. So she was checking with me for the snow forecast as opposed to the guys up north. Good call on that. We got that forecast right. So anyway, howdy to you, Kurt. Good to see you in Bradenton. The heat will be back on Saturday, I promise you, Kurt. Southern Maryland. Dominique wants to know Christmas in Southern Maryland. We will get into the forecast for the rest of the country, but it's a close call. So the Euro turns it around and gets them cold again by the 26th. But up until then, it is going to be chilly. So we've got Venice in the house with Bruce. Steven says he likes shrimp and his mother likes oysters. Well, your mom's going to want to go to Oysterfest. I'm telling you, Steven, because it is the place to be, you know. And I'm going to do a quick forecast about tonight. Frisco, Texas is in the house. How are you? Frisco, Texas, how in the world did you find out about our show? I mean, we got folks from all over the world. We literally have folks from all over the world coming in here. But I'm not so sure we've had a Frisco, Texas before. So you go ahead and answer. Let's go ahead and talk briefly about the forecast, and then we're going to get in the folks here, Bill and Elizabeth from Oysterfest. So there's a look at the drought numbers. Now, you guys know this. This comes out every Thursday. And after the rains we had on Sunday, a lot of folks are like, wow, you know, we're probably not going to have a drought anymore because we had so much rain. No, it doesn't work that way. It takes months to get us into a drought. It takes us months to get out of a drought, unless I guess you had a hurricane or a tropical storm sit on top of you for 4 days, which we did not, nor do we want to ever again after last year. But remember, guys, look, we get drought conditions almost every winter. It's what happens. It's why all the folks up north come visit us in the wintertime, right? Because the weather's usually beautiful. So talking about drought conditions should not necessarily be concerning or surprising to anybody. We know it's dry. You do your best to be careful. Burn bans are in effect in a lot of places. Water restrictions, like that's Florida for you. Probably that's the new norm, if you will, in the wintertime. But at the end of the day, we just don't have any rain in our forecast. What we have is some beautiful weather, albeit kind of chilly. There's a look at radar. All is quiet across the area. Staying that way, gosh, I'd say through Christmas. I mean, I'm not shy. I'll go ahead and give you a 2-week forecast. Outside of maybe a shower Sunday night, I don't think we see any rain all the way through Christmas. There's a look at temperatures at this hour. Low to mid 50s, Citrus, Hernando, Pasco County, Tampa 58, Riverview 55, Clearwater 55, Bradenton 58. This morning, we started in the 40s, low to mid 40s. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be in the mid to upper 30s. So a Snuggle Alert has been issued. Now, you often know sometimes I will give you a mandatory Snuggle Alert. However, this is voluntary. And I do have some spouses and partners who say, Dennis, lay off the Snuggle Alerts, because my better half is like saying, well, Dennis says there's a Snuggle Alerts. I do offer notes. If there's a reason that you cannot participate, I will offer a note. Just like the Bucks actually offered a note today on their site, on their Facebook page, giving people permission to miss work today in terms of being rested and getting ready for tailgating. So we're here for you guys. Any way, shape, or form, we are here for you. Anyway, how you doing in Brooksville? Nice. Nashville's in the house. How you doing, Ian? Nice to see you from Nashville. Indian Rocks Beach, Dave is here as well. Gala in Largo, nice to see you. Kimberly, same to you. 58 right now and skies are clear. There's a look at 71 the high today, the morning low 57. All right, so let's quickly look at the forecast. Skies are clear tonight. Skies will stay clear right on through the weekend. There's Friday. There's Saturday. There's Sunday. You see the recurring theme here? Beautiful. It's going to be a great weekend. Sunny, highs in the upper 70s, both Saturday and Sunday. If there's a shower, it would be late Sunday into early Monday. There's your wake-up temperatures tomorrow. Most of Pinellas County in the 50s, upper 40s to low 50s. Most of Hillsborough County in the low to mid 40s. Carmen in Chicago, how you doing? Nice to see you. Well, you're technically in Roselle, Illinois. Nice to see you. Coming home to Gulfport. Nice to see you. Francis asking about our hot chocolate. Oh, yeah, Francis. I had my 40 containers of hot chocolate delivered to my front door yesterday. Our fundraiser is a go for Saturday. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, but we've got our fundraiser set up for Children's Miracle Network, for Feeding Tampa Bay. We have our whipped cream. You know, you go to the grocery store and you buy 75 containers of whipped cream and about 10 bottles of wine. And all the women in line are looking at me like, I want to party with that guy. I mean, seriously, People are looking at me like, what? Well, I was just don't even ask. Anyway, there's a look at temperatures. Tomorrow morning, upper 30s to low 40s across Citrus, Hernando, and Pasco County, and also across our southern counties in the lower 40s. There's a look at the warm-up that is on the way. Upper 70s this weekend. We get another cool down on Monday. Highs in the 60s, maybe low 70s on Tuesday, and then a big warm-up right through Christmas. And there's the 7-day right there. 74 on Friday, 78 on Saturday, 77 on Sunday, 68 on Monday. No rain in the forecast outside the chance of a couple of showers on Sunday night as that front comes through. Okay, so I teased this. Let's go ahead and jump in right now. We have what I think is, again, just an amazing event. We've got Elizabeth and we've got Bill from Oysterfest. How you guys doing?
Great.
Bill, good to see you.
Thanks for having us.
My pleasure. It is I've had a chance to do Oysterfest twice. I was supposed to do it last year, but I literally got COVID, flu A, and norovirus all at the same time. Not from Oysterfest. I got it beforehand. I actually, you know where I got it? I got it New Year's Eve going out. Big mistake, amateur mistake. And I got so sick that I literally wasn't out of bed for 3 weeks. So I could not make it last year, but I'm so excited to take part this year. So guys, tell the folks at home a little bit about what Oysterfest is and how they can take part.
You want me to kick off, Bill?
Please.
Okay, so this is our 7th year of Oysterfest, and it really is one of, I think, Tampa's most loved community events. And what's cool about it is it directly supports my nonprofit of Frameworks of Tampa Bay. And our programming helps all the kids in the Tampa Bay area to build strong emotional intelligence. So it's not only a fun event, but is very worthwhile as well. And every year's been a sellout, so I'm glad we could share information today, get those tickets sold. We're really looking forward to seeing everyone come. And we can't wait to see you behind the bar doing your celebrity bartending, Dennis. That'll be great.
Yeah, it's a blast. And I was mentioning just a couple of minutes ago, so MJ and his wife, Michelle, and a couple of our friends, we were all going to come because I'm going to be behind the bar helping out and whatnot. But maybe we should get MJ to help because, I mean, I could see him having a nice following and bringing some fun to that event because it is. My son just posted, by the way, and he was there last year. I mean, it is something for everyone. And Bill, talk a little bit about the oysters because I know there are some people who may be a little squeamish when it comes maybe to raw oysters, but then they love other kinds. So there's literally, I was saying this earlier, it's like Forrest Gump. You know, I like boiled shrimp, I like fried shrimp, I like, it's kind of everything with oysters, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's been a huge success, and we've got so many different ways that we prepare the oysters that everybody seems to find something that they like. I mean, I'm biased. I'm an oyster freak, and Tampa, you know, historically is like was one of like the original like greatest places where oysters grew for a long time, and then, you know, the oyster beds kind of died off. So you know, we love like revitalizing kind of the oyster culture in Tampa, and you know, being a part of Frameworks has just so much fun, you know, over the years, and just seeing everybody enjoy them. It's a blast every year.
And it's funny because, you know, you talked about the culture. I remember thinking that to myself, all ages at that event. I mean, there were young folks, there were older folks. I mean, there were obviously oyster lovers, but there was also folks just looking to have a good time because it was a party and it's during the day. So tell the folks a little bit about the time, the date, and how they can get tickets.
Yeah, it's going to be next Saturday. It's from 1 to 5. If you purchase
Not next Saturday, right?
What? No, oh my gosh, I'm in the wrong one. January 10th on a
Elizabeth,
Saturday.
You just freaked me out, and let me tell you why. Because next Saturday, I'm MC, or rather, I'm Grand Marshal for the Riverwalk Parade, and I'm like, wait a minute.
No, I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a day. No, January 10th is on a Saturday for the first time, is what I was thinking.
Right.
But it's from 1 to 5, unless you buy a VIP ticket, and you come in an hour early. You can come in at 12, and it's out at Tabella's at Delaney Creek, not too far from where we are right now. And the tickets are on sale at Tampa oysterfest.com. I do want to mention something as Bill was talking about the types of oysters. The first year we had this 7 years ago, we had 200 guests. We were just checking it out, see how it goes. Now we're up to 1,000. But I had never seen these guys work their oysters before. So they came in, they dug this huge hole, ordered a whole cord of wood, and I'm thinking, what are they doing? Then they bring in a huge sheet of, I think it was airplane steel, right, Bill?
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of big, set up a fire, throw the oysters on top, cover them with wet burlap. And once they steam to the appropriate temperature, we had set up these huge tables where they just shovel them out there. People have their gloves and their knives and shuck them with all the condiments. I'd never seen anything like it. I'd also never seen so many people eat oysters. They were really good. But they also do the grilled, the raw, the steamed, and we have a shooter one that goes with one of the drinks that is set up. So it's pretty cool. And as you said, Dennis, not everyone loves oysters. So we also have great barbecue from Ellison Construction's Make 'em Squeal barbecue team, who is a pig jig winner. As
nice.
well, Low Country Boil. I think we're going to have some clam chowder. There's something for everyone. And I think you'll be full. You'll definitely leave full.
We're showing some video from last year's event too, and you know, you've got all ages. It's a lot of fun. But I will mention something, and you mentioned about the VIP area. So there is an advantage to that other than just being a VIP. You get in an hour earlier, right?
You do.
So you avoid a lot of the lines in getting the oysters, because I will tell you, it is a very popular event. Like you said, it's sold out. So if you want to get your fill of oysters quickly, it might be worthwhile doing the VIP area. And that's what I'm showing on some of these pictures as well. And if you can't, you know, so be it. It's an all-day event, but it definitely, my son just mentioned this because he went last year and he's on the chat over here. And he said, yeah, getting there early is a huge, huge benefit.
I'll tell you, the VIP also, part of that ticket price is part of the Terry Ellison Memorial Foundation. And part of that ticket goes to support our students that are in a leadership cohort here in Tampa. So not only are you getting in early and getting kind of a pre-look, but you're also supporting these young kids in scholarships.
So we're looking at more pictures here. We're just seeing these buckets and holy cow, this is, I don't even know what all that is. There's all those shells right there. Were those the shells of that people ate? Oh, hold on. My bad. Wait a minute. Wait. We're losing audio. Okay, we're back. Right now. Okay, there we go.
Hey,
so
we're back.
You were saying those were shells. Now, how many oysters do you guys go through for the event?
So the last couple of years, we've been over 10,000 oysters, and we partnered with one of the
Tampa Bay Watch.
Tampa Bay Watch, yeah. So they're collecting all the oyster shells and recycling them into artificial reefs, and you know, kind of trying to build back the oyster population in the area. So that's been awesome as well.
Now, of those thousands, how many of those, what percentage of those would you say were raw?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think what would you say, Elizabeth? I think the majority of them we go through are steamed.
The most are steamed, yeah.
Really?
You know, and then I would say grilled and shucked raw are probably about even. But those guys that we get like professional shuckers in here, and they just are so good, you know, keeping everything shucked.
And they never stop.
Never stop.
Never stop.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be 14 of them, and they do not stop. So they're also shucking for the grill
raw or the grilled, yeah.
Yeah, and the shooters.
So nobody has to shuck their own oysters. They're all done for them. They're just served there on the half shell.
Yeah, for the raw, yeah. You pop them open on the steamed. I do want to mention, too, we've got some great music. For folks that have been to DeBella's, they know there's a wonderful main stage there. So this year, we're bringing back last year's Broken Hearts tribute band to Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, which was a raging success. I've never seen so much dancing. And then we also will be having Carter Smith as well as Phil Pate.
Yeah,
awesome.
And Phil's been with us since the very first one as well. Phil's he's an OG. I always say whenever I hear Phil play that first song, it's then Oysterfest officially for me.
That is awesome. Now, hopefully the weather will be okay, because a couple years ago, you know, we had that line of storms come in, and I got up on the mic and I'm like, guys, I don't want to be a buzzkill, but we got some thunderstorms coming in the next hour. So I'm just letting you know there is lightning. So you're at your own risk. My guess is this year we're looking good because we're in a real dry pattern. So I think the weather's going to be amazing. And again, it's a Saturday. In previous years, it was Sunday, right?
Right.
Yeah. And you just called it. I just heard you say that there wasn't going to be any rain until Christmas. So
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Well, just a couple more questions. So what's the website and how do people get the tickets? Because, again, this is going to sell out. So if you want to get the tickets in advance, are there any promo codes? Is there anything else that they can do on the website?
We had a promo code going on for the Cyber Monday. It might still be open, and it would be noted on the website. The website is tampaoysterfest.com.
tampaoysterfest.com. Great.
Pretty easy.
All right.
Yep.
Well, it's a blast. I look forward to seeing y'all there, and I will be hanging around with my family and with our friends, and it's just a wonderful event. It's a great charity. They have a great cause. And again, the day, it's not next Saturday. It's January 10th, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, and it's from what, 1 to 5, but VIP starts at 12.
That's right.
Okay, awesome. Well, guys, thank you so very much for stopping by. Again, tampaoysterfest.com, and we will see you on the 10th.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks, Dennis.
All right, nice
Brush up
talking
on
to you
that
guys.
bartending.
Thank you. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye. Thanks,
All
Bill.
right, so that was a lot of fun. And I'm just telling you guys, it is a great, great event for charity, and the oysters are amazing. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into some of our travel forecast and whatnot. No breaks tonight, Charlotte. We are the Bucks start in 25 minutes. The Bolts have been on. We are live on the spot. You may have heard this a time or two, but we are the official broadcast home of the Tampa Bay Lightning. May have heard that. And in that being said, when the Bolts are playing, DPL will not be on that time frame, understandably, but we're always on streaming, and we are always on socials as well. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in real quick, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. So here's a look at the forecast. This is just the Euro model data, right? And this takes us right through Christmas. And it's pretty obvious. Look at this. From next Thursday through Christmas Day, 77 appears to be the number. 77 or 78. Sunny skies, morning lows in the low 60s. It is going to be a tremendous, tremendous stretch of weather. Now, tomorrow morning, we're going to start on the cool side, 30s and 40s. We warm up into the upper 60s. We're mid to upper 70s on. Now, the Euro's coming in a little cooler on Saturday and Sunday. We'll see how that plays out. I'm going to look at that data coming up tomorrow. 64 the high on Monday. 64 the high on Monday. So that'll be the chilliest day that we're going to have. Tuesday, we start to transition to a little warmer air, and Wednesday, we are in it. So let's go ahead and look at the national pictures, okay? Here's a look at tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, you see a wedge of cold air coming down. Sunday morning at 8 o'clock, Monday morning at 8 o'clock. The national stuff it's kind of hard to give you a feel, but you see a lot of cold air next week in the mid-Atlantic, the Northeast, and the Ohio Valley. But then the cold air goes away, and look at the warm air that starts to build. Look at that. Look at all that warm air coming in. And then eventually, it might cool down across the Northeast around Christmas time. But it's a little easier to see this when you're looking at the surface maps. So, tomorrow evening, Crystal, the weather will be beautiful. Skies will be clear. Temperatures will be cool, dropping into the 40s. All right, tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., here's the GFS. 7 p.m., 540 line comes down to the Carolinas. We already start to warm. Saturday morning, Saturday evening. There's what's known as a clipper coming through, an Alberta clipper coming through the Ohio Valley. Why is it called a clipper? Because clipper ships are fast-moving little ships, and these are fast-moving fronts. They typically don't dump a ton of snow in an area because they're not there that long, and they also aren't a water-driven system. They're coming across land, so they're not going to be as much water, so it's less precip with it. However, Joel's asking about Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey has not been doing very well lately, Joel. You got your new shirt today, Jody? You got your DPL shirt? Awesome. Awesome. So Charlotte's looking for a trip or a restaurant idea for our 6th anniversary next weekend. Got any suggestions? It depends how far away you want to go. I mean, that's a tough one. Chat, go ahead and answer Charlotte on that. We probably have a lot of folks with some interesting ideas on that. So anyway, here's a look at Sunday. Look at the cold air digging in, and look at that 540 line digging all the way down to South Carolina on Monday. And look at the clipper with a little bit of snow across the mid-Atlantic through the Jersey Shore. A little bit of snow, probably an inch or two, not much, on Sunday. But the front, as it comes through us, there won't be much left. Maybe a quick shower. And then all of next week, there's Wednesday, there's Thursday, there's Friday, there's Saturday, there's Sunday, there's Monday, the week of Christmas, low pressure. This far out, it's a waste of time. Remember, it's 10 days out. It's just like the GFS with hurricanes. You can't just write it off. But it is showing a coastal storm the week of Christmas. But if you look at the Euro, you got nothing. So obviously, take it with a massive grain of salt. And then this takes us right through Christmas with another big storm, a massive storm around Christmas. Look at that 540 line digging all the way down to Central Texas. But again, that's 2 weeks out. So it's a waste of time. All right. Patricia's going on a cruise out of Tampa Sunday. The weather will be just fine, Patricia. No worries whatsoever. All right. Bolts are up 4-1 after one intermission. Boy, they came to play tonight in New Jersey. So they are laying it on against the Devils. All right, here is the Euro. 7 a.m. tomorrow. The 540 line starts to retreat on Saturday as warmer air comes in. There's that clipper. Very similar. There's the Euro. There's the GFS. Identical. Identical Sunday night. 540 line, the freezing line, comes down to South Carolina. A little bit of a clipper, a little bit of snow action across the mid-Atlantic, maybe an inch or two. That's about it. All right? Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you do have a southerly flow coming in, and the Euro is trying to bring, look at that. Now, that is different. Next Friday, next Thursday or Friday, the Euro does try to bring some rain into the area. Completely different from the GFS. So we'll look at that and maybe hope we get some rain out of that. The time frame, let's hope it gets out of here by Saturday for the boat parade, and it looks like it will. But that is the possibility next Friday. And then the week of Christmas, look at where the 540 line, it goes all the way into Canada as the East Coast starts to heat up. But by the end of the period, by the 25th, there is another round of cold air. It won't make it to Florida, but it would make it to the mid-Atlantic. So there you go. That is how it's shaping up through Christmas. Here's some snow. Remember I talked about an inch or two of snow by this weekend in the mid-Atlantic? There it is. The Jersey Shore, that light blue color, it's about an inch or two. So that's very common for a clipper to get that kind of snowfall totals. And then we start to see some snow coming into the Rockies, which would be a good thing for the skiers. All right, so streamers, you are heading out. All right, I'm going to stay for a couple more minutes. My daughter was going to give a golf cart tour tomorrow, but she has a recital, so she can't at school. So next week, a golf cart tour of our neighborhood. Have a great night, and we'll see you in tomorrow's edition of DPL. Okay, so streamers are out. Thank you, Charlotte, for the update. Thank you. So let's jump back to the snow map real quick. I'm going to go watch the game. Got some football to watch. So watch it again. This is that inch or two of snow through Monday, Jersey Shore, Mid-Atlantic. And then that's all, maybe some lake effect, not even, actually not even. Most of that in Canada. But then you do start to see the Pacific Northwest and the Northern Rockies toward the end of the period with some snow as a storm digs in from the Gulf of Alaska. Right, so that is something to look at. And that, my friends, is it. We are in a stretch of rather quiet weather tomorrow morning, 30s and 40s, no freeze warnings, no frost advisories. Beautiful weekend, highs in the upper 70s. Maybe a shower Sunday night or early Monday, and we get cold again Monday. And we'll see toward the end of next week if it's the Euro right or the GFS right. Euro says we're going to get some rain. GFS says no. It's a week out. We will find out. All right? So I guess that is about it. Tomorrow night, we are actually, remember when we talked to the folks from Mosey about the Aurora Borealis? Well, the Geminid meteor shower, I think it's the Geminid, or is it the Leonid? I think it's the Geminid. Meteor shower is coming up this weekend, and they're going to talk tomorrow night a little bit about the best way to check out that meteor shower this upcoming weekend. So we're trying. It is not just weather, especially when there ain't no weather going on locally. So we're bringing you guests, we're bringing you fundraisers, we're bringing you our best. And if you have some ideas for other guests to come on DPL, feel free. Jocelyn, my handler / booker, is more than helpful and welcome to. We might have some stuff going on from Gaylord Palms with ice. We're working on some other stuff. We're trying to keep it interesting because it's pretty simple to say sunny skies, highs in the mid 70s, lows in the upper 40s to low 50s every day for the next 3 months. So anyway, good luck to the Bucks. It is the Geminid. Thank you, Charlotte. Good luck to the Bucks. Go Bucks. You guys have a great night, and we will see you on tomorrow night's edition of Denis Phillips Live. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you.